Welcome back to Honda Center. I'm Steve Carroll along with Dan Wood, and after one period of play, Anaheim 2 and Calgary 1. Well, we were promoting the fact that the Wooden Legacy basketball tournament is coming up, just a matter of weeks. Unfortunately for us, we're out of town. We can't see it, but we're going to tell you a little bit more about it with San Diego State head coach Steve Fisher is kind enough to join us right here. Steve, before we talk basketball, are you a hockey fan? Have you seen many hockey games?
I have not seen many, but I'm a fan. I'm a fan of yours. I've listened to you on the radio, and I'm a sports fan, but I do enjoy watching hockey, and I have not gone to very many games live. And I made a comment to Mike May, our SID. Totally different game when you watch it live than when you watch it on TV.
No doubt about it. People really have to take in the environment to get a real sense for what the game is all about. And we're hoping that we see a lot of folks out at Cal State Fullerton here at Honda Center in the coming weeks when the Wooden Legacy basketball tournament begins. You looking forward to it here in a few weeks?
We certainly are. We're excited to be a part of the Wooden Legacy event. Anytime you're involved in anything with John Wooden's name attached to it, you have to be excited about it. So we're very anxious. It's a great field, culminating in Sunday, everybody playing here in a spectacular facility. So it's a premier event in the non-conference season.
For those that aren't aware of the teams coming in for the tournament, you've got Arizona State, Cal State Fullerton, the College of Charleston, Creighton, George Washington, Marquette, Miami, and San Diego State. Now, this year a little bit something different, competing at two sites over the 2013 Thanksgiving weekend. The opening two rounds being played at Cal State Fullerton November 28th and 29th, and the four placement contest, as Steve just mentioned, featuring the championship game here at Honda Center on Sunday, December 1st. There's some pretty good basketball teams in this tournament, aren't there?
Some great basketball teams in the tournament. I had one coach tell me that he would not be surprised if as many as 7 of the teams in the tournament, in the field, are playing in the NCAA tournament in March. It's a wonderful field, and I think the winner will come out and will have been tested and will have to play great basketball.
Steve, you've coached for so many years in Michigan, so many successful years here at San Diego State. How difficult is it to win a tournament, regardless of who's playing in it, what time of year it is? Is there something that's a key to coming out of a tournament with 7 other teams being successful?
When you play an event prior to the NCAA tournament, what you hope you can do is you get into a tournament that has a postseason tournament atmosphere to it, which this one will. And in order to win 3 games, and here we go, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, 3 games in 4 days, it's difficult. Doesn't matter who you are. To prepare, you have short turnarounds. So it will test everybody, from the stamina of the players to the coaches being able to try to get an edge on another. It's exciting and one that we all look forward to.
Steve, let's talk a little bit about San Diego State. I know you're looking forward to this season. What's the prognosis on the team, and what are your expectations for this year?
Steve, it's our 15th season at San Diego State, and we have grown expectations exponentially from our fans, alums, and from within the program. For the second straight year, we've sold the building out preseason, 12,414. It's an electric atmosphere. We lost a lot of our offense from last year, and yet we're going to be good. And I think that's what makes us proud. We've got a good program now, that we have players that will come and go, but we expect to continue to be good and challenge for a conference championship in a terrific Mountain West Conference League that put 5 in the tournament a year ago.
Is there such an advantage in the fact that you're playing 11 of your 12 non-conference games in the state of California and here locally? Is that a big advantage for you?
It's always a big advantage when you don't have to travel across the country. So, yes, it is. That being said, I think it's important to be able to emulate what a road game is going to feel like, to go on the road and play. And we'll have that at various places. We play Kansas on, I think, Sunday, January the 4th or 5th, which will be an electric atmosphere against a phenomenal team. But You know, we've won, I think, 36, 37 straight games against teams in the state of California. So we've been pretty good in our home state.
Kind of curious, your record is phenomenal throughout your coaching career, and I'm looking at when you went to San Diego State and all the good things happened. How does a guy, even a veteran coach like yourself, turn a program around like that and be so successful from the ground floor and just keep getting it better and better each year? How do you do that?
Steve, you've been around and seen a lot of us call many a game in different sports, and there's no difference in any of them. If you're in a program that's not had a great deal of history, you have to roll up your sleeves and brick by brick work to create a winning feeling and atmosphere and get people to believe that you can win. We won 5 games our first year. It took us a year and a half to win a road game. 0-14 first year in the league, and now we are one of the best teams in the country. And it feels good to say that we've done that. You have to have an administration that's supportive. You must have a staff and other people that provide the type of assistance in order to be successful. You know, it's not done by 1 or 2 people. It takes a teamwork. Teamwork and a team.
Gonna ask you just a couple of more questions. We're spending some time with Steve Fisher, the head basketball coach at San Diego State. John Wooden, this is all about the Wooden Legacy basketball tournament coming up. What does a guy like that mean to you?
He is, when I was a young high school JV basketball coach in the late 60s, he was someone that you said, if I could just shake his hand, if I could just get his book, if I could get one of the copies of the Pyramid of Success. And I've been one of the many, really, that's been privileged enough to get to know him, really get to know him in my tenure at San Diego State. And he's everything that a father hopes he can be. He's everything that a parent would want his son or daughter to have an opportunity to play for. He the greatest coach in the history of any sport, and he's done it in a fashion and a style that everybody should take a look at and try to mirror a little bit.
Before I let you go, I want to ask you about a basketball clinic that was held today, correct?
Correct.
Over at the West Anaheim Youth Center. How did that go?
It went great. We had a group of young kids that were brimming with enthusiasm and eager to hear some things from different people, and I was one of them. And I think that's all part of what we do too, to give back a little bit, to get into the community, and basically tell them a little bit, an extension of what their parents tell them, of how what they have to do to be successful with fundamentals, and on and on and on. But it was a really, really neat event.
Well, that's what I heard, and I want to congratulate you on your success down at San Diego State. We're pretty close to you guys, so we'll be following you throughout the year and look forward to your participation in the Wooden Tournament, and pleasure for me to get a chance to meet you up close.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it, and we would invite you to come down and see an Aztec home game, and we very much look forward to being here playing in the Wooden Legacy over Thanksgiving.
Great to have you here, and we'll look forward to that. Steve Fisher, the head basketball coach, the Aztecs, San Diego State. We'll come back with the few minutes remaining in our intermission, talk about the first period. Ducks 2 and the Flames 1 here on Ducks Radio, AM 830 KLAA.